Job 239. Oh, I'm sorry. This doesn't have a job number yet. Sorry. Newport Condos. This is for McPherson Property Management. They gave me a bunch of properties to look at, as you can see up on my list here. And they want to look at asphalt repairs, curb repairs, crack fill, seal coat, and stripe. I'm out here in Linwood, and this place has been repaired with asphalt before, but I'm thinking we need to redo some of these areas. And I think what they also need is they need gravel. They need crushed rock brought in to compact some of these areas. This area I'm going to walk here in a little bit. It's got dips, puddles everywhere, and I just feel like it probably wasn't done very well by the previous company. I think there's some similar issues throughout this area. Speed bumps need to be replaced. So as far as the easy stuff goes, the crack fill, seal coat, and stripe, you've got this parking lot here, and it goes all the way up, and then it circles all the way around. It's going to need a day of power washing. And then crack fill. Crack fill's got probably about what look like about 3,000 feet of crack fill, but being that we're going to take out a lot of this, that crack fill quantity will go down. So I think right now, let's assume that all these asphalt repairs are going to be a lot of money and they won't have it in the budget. So then they're going to ask me to do the crack fill, seal coat, and stripe. So let's go ahead and add in 3,000 feet of crack fill on this whole property. Some of it is going to be to crack fill on existing asphalt that's been replaced out here. If they go that route, at least we can get some of these cracks filled with crack filler. The striping, I'll give you the quantities on all the striping, but there's yellow painted curb in here. You've got 12-inch stall stencils in all the stalls. We've got visitor stencils out here that are 8-inch. And then you've got, what else do we have out here? Yellow painted speed bumps. So I'll give you those quantities on Workman's and on Google Drive. Speed bumps, though, we need to replace, put a price on replacing 3 different speed bumps. This speed bump right here is 24 feet long by 4 feet wide, 3 inches tall. Same thing down here, but it's 22 feet wide, or 22 feet long, 4 feet wide, 3 inches tall. The speed bump up here, we're going to replace that one too. That one is 20 feet by 4 feet, 3 inches tall. So replace those speed bumps. I'll give you the quantities and measurements on here, but this is going to be A1, A2, A3, A4, and then you circle around, and that's going to be A5. Mind you, I could fix other areas on this property too, but these were the most concerning to me. Okay, so here's the entrance. One entrance in, one out. You can see this was done at one time with asphalt, but they've got cracks in it already, and a lot of that's probably from stuff like this. Not seal coating it, not filling the cracks, water's getting underneath, failing the asphalt. Or they didn't do a good job compacting it. It looks like they use good asphalt mix. Might have been a Mod B mix, maybe. I don't know, it looks pretty smooth. But I'm going to leave it alone, and this is going to be part of that 3,000 feet of crack fill. This area, though, as you go off up the hill to the right, from this section down here at the catch basin, all the way up the drive aisle and into part of these stalls, some pretty bad cracking, and this is probably another reason why they're having some issues down here. I would say mostly that's probably from up above and from that area there, but here it's at least getting down to the catch basin, but this whole section in here down the drive aisle is pretty messed up. The curb repairs, you'll see I've got some little curb repairs here and other areas throughout the property. I already marked it on an aerial map for you to see. This speed bump that's right here as you first come into the entrance, I've got this whole drive aisle written up to be removed and replaced. You can see a patch was done here once, and it looks pretty decent. So maybe I'll cut it short when you see the dimensions. I might change it on my map and leave this section right here, and I'll start right there, maybe at stall K8, which is the second stall. But we need to fix this right here, and we also need to throw in, and I'll have it on my map, this is one little section of curb I didn't put in here, but we need to do it. We need to do a little 2x2 asphalt section here, and then we need to put curbing to go around this section right there. Okay, I'd rather do that than bring the curb all the way out to the speed bump. Yeah, we'll put asphalt there and then run curb right there, 2-foot curb. Okay, so now you can see all the alligator cracking in the asphalt. So yeah, there's a lot of alligator cracking throughout the drive aisle through here, so that's why I've got this plugged in here to be removed and replaced all the way through. Here was some of the curb that I marked on the aerial map. 6x8 curbing, by the way. 6x8. There used to be a speed bump right here, and it's completely gone. So I don't know if they just ripped it out and said, forget it, or what. I'm not gonna put one back there. But we'll put all new asphalt in. There's one of the speed bumps. Got a catch basin here. Got a piece of iron here. I don't think I saw any others up that way. Here's where it's damaged really bad. That could be, they might do a bid revision and have me come back and only do maybe this section, which is a possibility, and I'll find out. But right now I want to give them the large scope, and if I have to reduce it, I at least know what I need to do, and I potentially will reduce it down to that. But I've got this whole section, remove and replace. Then you've got what I'm standing on right now is good asphalt here. This patch was done right here, but all throughout this section on half of this drive aisle, all the way over to the stalls, it's damaged. And then you get right here, where then it comes over, now it's the full width of the whole drive aisle, and it's got cracking everywhere, water's getting in and puddling. You got a little hole here, a pothole, and it's just failed all the way down throughout here. It's got some major cracks. This could be something that they say, hey, we want to leave it alone and we don't want to mess with it. But still, like I said, I'm trying to provide a full scope here of work. Here's another little sinkhole right here where I didn't include it, but it might be something that we get addressed on a potential bid revision. Blue hydrant markers, please add 3 blue hydrant markers in here, because I think I saw 3 of them, that being one of them. This area right here, I left it alone. It's been repaired once, and as you can see, it's failing again, but I'm gonna leave that part alone since it's on this slope, and we won't do anything there to the speed bump. This little area right here by the playground, it has sunk right here, but again, it's not something I don't want to put the money onto right now. This section of curbing, I need to mark this on my map. I forgot to do this area, but we've got a 25-foot section right here that goes from here to there. They'll have to do a little bit of hand building right here because that's speed bump. So if they start it right here and maybe extrude out a little bit, they can kick it over on that little 4-foot piece, and then from here run the machine down. Over in this area, it looks pretty good. There's one of the hydrant markers. On those hydrant markers, by the way, I said to replace 3 of them, but really if we're seal coating, we just need to throw tape on top of that hydrant marker. So we only need to replace 2. I believe it's 2, because here's the other hydrant down here. Okay, so now this was, I believe this might have been the 3rd repair. There was A1, A2. This might be A3 right here, or A4, I can't remember. But this is as you come into the entrance and you start to take a right and go around the circle. From this speed bump, I'd like to replace this speed bump, make it the same width as the ones down there. I said 4 feet wide, like that big one. Let's make this one the same thing. Let's make it 4 feet wide. Do this whole drive aisle. Now it's gonna be from the stall lines here, and it's gonna go all the way over into these stalls too. Look at all the puddles we got going on in here where it's sunk. The wheel stops bridged over a hole there. So I think we need to remove and replace this asphalt going all the way through here and down into here. Reset one wheel stop. It's the only wheel stop right now I see to reset. But fix all this asphalt in here. This has been done, by the way. It's been paved and it's already failed. It's sinking. You can see the stretch marks here on here, little stress marks there. So I put all this in to be refixed, so there's no puddles here by the mailbox, and it goes all the way down through this speed bump right here too. And then we would stop right at this patch mark, or this patch line here. Okay, so we'd stop right there and do this whole section going all the way up through the drive aisle and into those stalls. Again, I'll have the quantities written in later. Okay, gotta look over here real quick. Okay, yeah, just checking out the visitor stencils that are over here. They're 8-inch. I mentioned it earlier. I'll get you all these quantities. But yeah, I'm putting about 5 projects together for Teresa at McPherson, and this is one of them. She said curb repairs, asphalt repairs, crack fill, seal coat, stripe, all on this property. And that's what I have seen so far. Okay, this would probably be done in phases. I think the asphalt's probably going to take a couple days to do, and then you've got the seal coat, which will also take probably 2 days to phase, because I don't know where they'll park. For staging, for asphalt, there's different areas that we can use and reserve when we're working on this property. So we will be able to stage on site. We'll just be taking up some of the stalls, blocking them off so that we can do our repairs. All right. The last part here right at the entrance, if I turn around, you'll see there's this puddling right here. I don't have that included in the bid because I said I'd start right back there. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. We'll leave that alone for now. It's right at a curb. It's not at the parking stall so much. So I'll leave that alone for now. But yeah, it's kind of messed up in this parking lot, on this property. But we'll see what we can do here on this first go around on the bid. Almost guaranteed I'll probably end up doing a bid revision. All right, any questions, let me know.